Were you and Caroline romantically involved?
My suspect? Because I did not kill her.
That was a look at Presumed Innocent, the new 8-episode limited series based on the best-selling novel by Scott Turow. The series stars Jake Gyllenhaal, who plays Rusty Savage, a deputy prosecutor whose life is turned upside down when he's accused of murdering his former colleague. And for more on the show, I'm joined by two of the stars of the series, Jake Gyllenhaal and Peter Sarsgaard. So I have a bit of an unhealthy love for murder mysteries. And Jake, this is such a good one, so I'm very, very happy. What was it about this series? Because I know you're an executive producer as well. What do you love about Rusty's story?
What I love is the world that David Kelly created. You know, I mean, it's Greek, you know, the situation that Rusty finds himself in, but then eventually the situation that they all find themselves in is just each character has a million things to balance and to figure out. And yeah, I mean, I think there's something, the way in which David shapes the structure of these shows, you know, at the end of each one, you're like, like I gotta know what happens next, you know, because the story, you think it's going one way, and then all of a sudden it takes another direction in every single one of the episodes to get to the end, which is not what people would expect. So
I love that. I love the way it's being released because of that too, right? He is someone who famously, like, you could just binge the whole thing, I'm sure, and they're not gonna let you.
I know. Like, we hate it but love it at the same time. Yeah, we love it.
No, it's great to make people slow down and taste their food.
And those people too, I think, like J.J. Abrams and David Kelly are two experts at that form, right? And I think that's what's wonderful about it, is kind of, when you bring the idea of, like, when, you know, even the idea of something like Lost, you know, you're like in it, and then you get to the end, you're like, you know, like, you need to know these things. And that's what happens every week, you know, with this show. And you know, it's full of relationship dynamics. It's full of, you know, the legal drama. It's full of, you know, all of it. So it's cool.
Yeah, it's incredibly addictive right off the first episode. Peter, you and Jake share some really intense scenes together, which makes it all the more fun for us because we know you two are family. I want to know from you, what is your favorite thing about working with Jake?
My favorite thing about working with him, knowing that, like, a very sensitive, intelligent person is listening to me and responding. I mean, it's the simplest thing in the world, but it's actually really rare. Think about it in your own life, where you think, like, oh, I'm saying something, you're hearing me, and now you're responding. I mean, it's really rare that you have that normal, it should be normal type of communication. He's also really fun to hang out with on set. He's got a refrigerator in his trailer that's got the best food in it. I was allowed to, you know, he'd given me permission. I go into his trailer, mine would be barren. I go in and be like, what does he have?
What food is in there? Now I want the details.
Like good granola, great yogurt, great coffee, you know, like all the stuff you want during the day while you're acting. I like to nibble.
Apples, good apples.
You know, healthy stuff. Also, it's healthy. And good chocolate.
This is healthy. Yeah, okay, and good chocolate. Nice. Jake, do you go back and watch Presumed Innocent, you know, the movie from the 90s that we all watch? Or does this, because this feels so different, which I love so much, but of course it's an iconic film with Harrison Ford. Do you go back and watch that at all preparing for this?
No. I mean, I have seen the film. But no, I think, to me, the Scott Turow's book was a reference, but ultimately it really is very different from the original.
Yeah.
And it was sort of, the storytelling aspect was, we didn't really know what was going to happen. When we started it, we had 2 or 3 episodes. We didn't know what was going to happen, and we didn't throughout all of it. So we were discovering it as we went along. And I think there's like a tension in the show with each character, where you are also unsure as an actor what your character is going to be doing next. So looking back or using something as a reference didn't work as well. You had to really go with the material that was given to you and do your best with that.
I mean, I find a lot of the time, if you just go about your life and read the books you're going to read and watch the other movies you're going to watch, there are references and things happening all the time, and they usually come from places that are not so obvious.
I love that. Well, listen, congratulations. SNL does air on Global here in Canada, so little JG, I mean, I'm still not over your performance, just so you know.
Oh, man.
Little JG, man, yeah.
So good.
No, I mean, come on, that's
50,
amazing.
That's what I got to say. Good luck to them, because, season 49.
Hard to beat. Hard to beat 49.
Yeah, the big 49. Yeah.
So good. Thanks so much, guys.
Of course. Thank you.
And the first 2 episodes of Presumed Innocent are available today on Apple TV+.